What's the biggest risk you've ever taken for love? When people talk about taking risks for love, they think of grand gestures, running through an airport, standing in the rain with flowers, moving across the world for someone. My story? It wasn't romantic. It wasn't even beautiful. But it was the biggest risk I've ever taken, because I risked everything, my job, my family, my future, for a person who wasn't even mine. We met at work. I know, cliché. She was kind, smart, funny in that quiet, sarcastic way that only some people understand. From the outside, we were just colleagues. But inside, I was falling for her. There was only one problem. She was engaged. I told myself it didn't matter. I wasn't going to ruin anything. I wasn't going to confess, interfere, make it complicated. I was just going to be her friend. That's all. But feelings don't work like that. They grow, even when you starve them. One night, after a long project deadline, we stayed late at the office. Everyone else had gone home. We ordered takeout, laughed too loud, shared stories we probably shouldn't have. And somewhere between tired jokes and comfortable silences, she said something I'll never forget. Sometimes I wonder if I'm making a huge mistake. I didn't ask what she meant. I didn't need to. Weeks passed. She seemed sadder, smaller, like she was shrinking inside herself. I wanted to help. I wanted to tell her she deserved more. I wanted to scream, "I'm right here. I see you. I love you." But I said nothing. Until the night before her wedding. She called me. 11:43 p.m. I remember the time because I looked at my phone for a long time before answering. Her voice was shaking. "Can I come over?" She showed up in her sweatpants, no makeup, hair a mess. The girl I'd fallen for months ago, and the girl I couldn't have. We sat on my couch, not speaking. The silence was loud. Finally she whispered, "Tell me I shouldn't marry him." And that was the moment. The biggest risk. Because if I told her the truth, how I felt, what I wanted, I could lose her forever. She could hate me. She could leave and never speak to me again. Or worse, she could marry him anyway, and I'd have to watch from the sidelines, knowing I said too much. But I couldn't lie anymore. So I said it. You shouldn't marry him. Because you're not in love with him. Because you deserve to be happy. Because I've been in love with you for months. She didn't cry. She didn't yell. She just leaned her head on my shoulder. And we stayed like that until morning. She called off the wedding later that day. Not for me. Not because I asked her to, but because deep down she already knew. I just gave her permission to say it out loud. It took months. We didn't rush. She needed space. I needed patience. But eventually, we found each other again. For real. Without secrets. Without guilt. Now people ask me if I regret it. If I regret risking everything for someone who wasn't even mine. And the answer is no. Because the biggest risk I ever took gave me the greatest love I've ever known.